You know, summer brings a certain type of produce to farmers markets and grocery stores. We're talking about peaches, apricots, plums, and cherries, just to name a few. Chris Mittelstaedt, founder and CEO of the FruitGuys, here to tell us about stone fruit season and how to pick the perfect piece of juicy, ripe fruit. Hi, good morning,
Hey,
Chris.
good morning.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great. What a beautiful, bountiful table we have. Yeah. Summertime makes you think of juicy, ripe, beautiful fruit. And stone fruit, by the way, is when it has that pit in the middle, right?
Exactly.
So anything that has a pit.
Right, the stone, yeah.
When does stone fruit season start and end?
Well, it can vary with the weather, but typically in California, we live in sort of the land of fruit paradise here. But typically with the weather, April, this year it was a little delayed because of the cold winter and the rains. So we're seeing things a little later this year, but yeah, typically it goes April all the way through the end of summer.
And is it grown all over the country?
No, I mean, California really is perfect climate for stone fruit, and actually there's a series of varieties of peaches, nectarines, plums, things like that that you'll see across the course of the summer as the summer progresses.
Chris, how do we know when we go to the grocery store? What are some tips when we're looking at stuff to go, is this the right time to buy this? Is this in season? Is it going to be good? Because it's so disappointing. All of us have done it. We buy something, take it home, and it just tastes like nothing.
Yeah. I mean, for me, color, I mean, we can start, for example, over here where you're looking for color. Now, again, strawberries are not stone fruit, but they are sort of the
right, and there's your list, right?
Exactly.
When you talk about winter, all those
seasonal.
Citrusy fruits are in season. Spring, you get into the berries.
And then it moves into the summer with the stone fruit, which are going to be things like your peaches and your plums, your cherries, as well over here, too. So we've got two different types of cherries.
I have some cherries at home right now that are so good.
Yeah.
It really makes you happy when you bring some fruit home and you're like, it's juicy, it's sweet. But really, following the seasons makes for a better product, right? That's when
absolutely
you really
does.
should shop.
And you want to look for things that have color. Your eyes were actually designed to pick up color so that you can actually choose a piece of fruit that's really going to taste wonderful for
you. So we use our senses, we use our eyes. What about sniff?
Sniff as well, too. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
You can use touch for ripeness as well, too. So when we move over to the peaches and nectarines, I brought 4 different types here. There's some white peaches, some yellow peaches, some white nectarines, and yellow nectarines. The white peaches and the white nectarines are going to have less acid, more sugar, which is why you can actually eat them firm.
Okay.
The yellow fruit is going to have a nice balance of acid and sugars, which gives you a little bit of a different taste. I tend to like the yellow ones. You're going to want to look for color, and when they ripen, you actually can see. Let me see if I pick one off here. You can see there's like a little ridge. This will ripen first as well as the bottom, so you can actually see when they start to soften. And you can smell them there at the bottom as well, too, and they'll smell nice and fresh.
Really, my favorite fruit would be a nectarine, a good one.
Yeah. Oh, they're delicious.
And I do the squeeze at the store to see if there's a little give.
Little give, and that's the whole thing, is you don't want it to be too mushy, right? Because it'll be too ripe. But if it has a little bit of a give, you bring it home, and you're gonna basically be able to have it ripen at home perfectly.
What is the proper way to wash our fruit? Just running it under water?
You know, I run it under water. You can do a mix of about 1 to 4 of vinegar to water solution. And that'll actually help clean as well. But water typically can also.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I think that's my choice.
Okay. So. Does fruit continue to ripen once it's been picked? Do you think of bananas and avocados, they continue to ripen as they sit on the counter? Is that the same for all fruit?
Yeah, the fruits that have starches, like a banana that converts to sugar as it ripens, that's why that's happening. Peaches, actually, they'll continue to ripen, and that's why they degrade, right? If you want to get them at the peak of their ripeness, and then as they start to go downhill, they'll basically degrade.
Okay, the big question, what goes in the fridge, what stays out of the fridge?
My personal preference, if you're a farmer, right, you're going to have to refrigerate your fruit to take it to market at some point, right? And they're keeping it at a sort of a commercial grade, just above 32 degrees to do that. As a consumer, however, I do not refrigerate my fruit at home. I actually put it on the counter, and I make sure it ripens naturally. If it goes bad, it just means I have to eat it faster.
There you go. For more information on all stone fruit, go to fruitguys.com/KTLA. Chris, we learned a lot.
Thank you for having
stone fruit.
Yeah, thank you.
Pick a good peach for us as we send it over to he knows. He's got the touch.
Of course he does. Thank you.
Peaches over here. Yeah, this is a great nectarine. You can see here with that lovely, lovely color there. There you go.
Okay, keep going.
Thank you.
Coming up, want to win thousands of dollars for being a good driver. Details.